Okay, let's get started with our Polizia fingerless gloves. This is a really easy project and I'm excited for you guys because I know you're just going to love this. Okay, what do we need? First of all, we need some, I just love this like fleck yarn. This is Red Heart. It's not expensive. I have a link below. If you need to get it on Amazon, it's Air and Fleck. You just need one skein of this. Okay, you need 6 buttons, domed buttons. And again, I get these on Amazon if you like these buttons. I haven't been able to find them anywhere else. So you can grab those at the link below. You will need some Red Heart Fun Fur yarn. Okay, and I also have the link below to that. And I used the gray color. And the name of it is in the link below. Then you're going to need a pair of sharp scissors. Please don't get a pair of dull scissors. You will not be happy when you go to cut this stuff. Okay, so make sure your scissors are sharp. You're also going to need, I don't have it here, but you're going to need a sewing needle and thread to sew the buttons on. You're going to need 2 hooks for this project. You're going to need an N 10 millimeter, not the 9 millimeter, but the 10 millimeter. You're going to need an H 5 millimeter, and you're going to need a yarn needle. All right, let's get started. There's really just 3 stitches here involved in this project. We have our chain stitch, we have a couple of slip stitches, and we have a back loop, a single crochet, and then of course we have a back loop single crochet. So what I want you to do with your H 5 millimeter hook is go ahead and chain 29. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 to 29. All right, there's 29. Now let me explain how this works. We're going to work side to side. So this will be, for your hand, it'll fit just like that. Okay, so all you're going to do for right now is just go ahead and single crochet into the second chain from the hook. And by the way, if you don't know how to single crochet, if you don't know how to back loop single crochet, no problem, we have you covered. Just go to our YouTube channel, which you can get that through just going to the web address of howtocrochetvideos.com. It'll take you right to our channel. And just look up single crochet, chain, slip stitch, and back loop single crochet, and you will be able to go ahead and do these stitches with very little effort. These are the easiest stitches you could do. All right, let's go ahead and single crochet into that second chain from the hook. Sorry about that, my phone just went off. I forgot to shut it off. And then single crochet into each stitch across. So what this means is we will be working with 28 stitches. So we're just single crocheting right across, and when we're done, we're going to have 28 stitches. Now we're just going to do a row or 2 together. We can just do one more row because you'll get it. It's so easy. It's crazy how easy this pattern is. I love it. It's awesome. Okay, and we're just going to single crochet right across. And the next row, row 2, is the repeat row. I said this was easy and I wasn't kidding. Okay, so we're at the end of the row. We're single crocheting in the last stitch, chaining 1 and turning. Okay, now what we're going to do for the rest of this pattern is very simple. We are going to do the rib stitch or the back loop single crochet stitch. So we've chained 1 and we're going to turn, and we've turned, and now we're going to go right into that back loop. And again, I have a whole video on this. It doesn't take very long, but if you want more of a detail, go ahead and go to that video. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to back loop single crochet for each row. Okay? Now, this is row 2. So for rows 3 through 24, you're just going to back loop single crochet. So we're going to continue on with this row until we get to the end, and then we're going to meet up when you have 24 rows total of back loop single crochet, and that does include your first row of just your regular single crochet. So again, we're just going right into that back loop. You can see the V there, and we're just going into the back loop, into the back loop. And then when we're done, you'll be able to look at this and you'll be able to see the ridge. Again, remember, if you're a beginner, don't forget to count your stitches. It's very important to do that, because otherwise you won't have the rectangle that you're looking for, the shape that you're looking for. You'll drop a stitch and it won't be the right length or width. Just count your stitches. This is easy. There's only 28 stitches. There's no reason why you can't count this. Okay. All right, so see, we did our first row with a single crochet, our second row with a back loop single crochet, and that creates this little ridge. You can see right here what it looks like. It just creates the ridge. All right, meet me back here when you've got 24 rows, and we will construct our Plizia fingerless gloves. Okay, congratulations, you've made it this far. You've got 24 rows and 28 stitches of back loop single crochet. Now what we're going to do is we're going to join our fingerless glove together. So just, you got your rows running vertically, so just go ahead and fold it right in half. So you're taking row 24 and you're meeting it up with row 1. Okay. What we want to do here is we want to, which means, again, we're working with 28 stitches, because see, we've just turned it so that we would be like, you know, crocheting the next row, but that's not what we're going to do. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do a chain just like we would as if we're going to turn, but we're not going to turn. We're going to go into the back part here. This part here, we're going to join this to this. So we're going to do 9 stitches. So that's 1, and this is just single crochet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, next, what we're going to do now is we need to skip 6 stitches. But I don't want you to skip the ones on this side. I want you to skip the ones in the first row or the back of this. So we don't want to join here. This is our thumb opening, okay? But what we're going to do is we're going to skip these. We're going to slip stitch. So we're just basically leaving them unworked, but just putting a slip stitch in there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So now we're going to line this back up, and we're going to make sure that we've skipped 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is where we need to be here. So we're just going to continue to join. And that means that we've got 13 more stitches to go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Okay, so now this is the top and this is the bottom. Okay, and with this ribbing, the great thing about this is that we don't even have to worry about our seam. We can just work this on. See, that's the hole. Do you see that right there? Okay, all right, and I'll show you. It's right there. It's all good. Yep, we got our hole for our thumb. Okay, now what we don't want to do yet is we don't want to fasten off. So we are going to do we're going to work in the round now. Okay, and we're just going to chain 1 like we normally. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I just didn't put this together properly, so it's okay, we got it. I'll just go ahead and get that last stitch in there. There we go. Okay, that looks a lot better. Okay, so we're going to chain 1, and we're going to go into the first row that we're at, and then we're going to just single crochet all the way around. And this is just going to give it a nice border. Now what I'm also doing, as you can see, is I am actually going right over my tail, so I won't have to weave my tail, guys. Yuck. I don't like doing it. Nobody likes to do weave tails, but this way I'm just encasing it with my single crochet. It's called carrying the yarn, and we've talked about this before, but that's all right. We're doing it right here. And again, you just lay that tail right on top, and then you just go ahead and you crochet right over. Okay, there we go. And we are just making a nice little neat border for our fingerless gloves. And we're just going to do this all the way around. All the way around. And I'm just looking over here and I'm seeing that I don't have a pair of scissors, so I'm just going to have to run around and get a pair of scissors real quick so I can show you how to cut this, because you're still going to have to weave this tail, but that's easy. Okay, alright, so we just did a single crochet border all the way around. Again, that's the bottom and this is the top. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to get a pair of scissors and we need to trim that. And sorry about that, guys. But I'm just a human being like you, and I make mistakes, so I just forgot my scissors. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and trim that. We're going to knot it up first. I'm just going to pull it right into the seam here. Okay, All right. And then this, I'm not going to get my needle out just yet because really for the next step I won't need my needle. So I'm just going to use this hook that I've got right here. And we're just going to weave this tail right in. Right in. And if you want to turn this, you know, the other way, you're certainly welcome to do that. Now that I'm doing it in the seam, I'll probably do that. I just like when I come to a seam and I'm ending at a seam, I always like to weave my tail right into the seam. It's just so much cleaner that way. And then I will turn it right side out because that way I don't have to worry about, you know, if a little end of the tail pops out or what have you. So just going to go ahead and get that right in there. These make great gifts. You can make a pair of these in about, you know, an hour, maybe a little bit more if you're, you know, newer to crochet. Okay, let's turn this sucker right side out. Okay, all right, now we have a wristlet and we have a hole for our thumb. All right, now we're done with this acrylic yarn and we're going to switch over to our 10 millimeter N hook and our beautiful fur yarn, our fun fur yarn. Now with this yarn, I won't kid you. It is, working with it is kind of like more of an advanced beginner technique, just because it's really, you have to feel for the stitches. You cannot see the stitches in here. It's just impossible because this stuff is so dense that even when you're using a 10 millimeter, it's really close together. But again, this is what we're making, so you know we want it to be nice like this, and I'm excited for you guys because these are really super warm. Okay, let's get started. All right, so what you're going to do is you're just going to join your yarn at your seam. Okay, let's start. Your seam is right there. You can feel it on the back. Okay, so just go ahead and just not one strand, but two. Always when you're joining, go through two strands, not one. And just pull it through. Now the great thing about this yarn is that you don't have to leave a very long tail because we're not even gonna, you don't even have to really knot it. It's just not necessary. But what is necessary is to understand where we have to place these stitches. We're going to be doing a single crochet with this, but we're going to be skipping every other row because this hook is so much bigger than our H hook that it's just going to take up more space with the stitches. Okay, so go right into, skip the one row and go right in between. Okay, and then just do your single crochet. Now, what you want to do here is you want to pull it up a little bit. This is not, it's the same principle. It's always a single crochet. Nothing has changed about that. But you have to give it a little pull up a little bit to make the stitch a little taller than you normally would in order to work it. Okay, now I'm going to show you more clearly. Normally, if we were doing just a single crochet border, we would crochet into here, 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 here. We're not doing that. We're skipping the ridge and we're going right into the space, okay? So just go ahead and do that. And again, just be slow with it. Take your time because this yarn is a bit of a pill to work with, but it's worth it in the end. It's so worth it. Okay, then just do your normal single crochet, pulling your loops up a little bit. All right, there we go. We've got our space right there. We're going to just go right in there. Grab our fun fur yarn, do a single crochet. Okay, go right into our space, single crochet, right into our space, single crochet, space. And like I said, you cannot see your stitches. You just have to go by, it's completely by feel. That's what this is. Okay, so single crochet, I personally, I know that this yarn is a little different. It's a little challenging to work with, but I absolutely love this yarn. The possibilities that you can make with this, you can make some really higher end pieces with this yarn, and I like it. And when you get it, you'll see it's so much heavier than you ever thought it would be. Okay, so again, we're just skipping one row, and we're going right into the space, making sure that we're going through 2 loops. Pulling our yarn through and doing a single crochet. And believe it or not, we're almost done because there's our thumb hole right there. Yeah, I love this. You're really making yourself or somebody that you really care about a very nice pair of fingerless gloves. Okay. All right, so here we are back into where we started. So just go ahead and do a single crochet there, right into it. All right, now what you're going to have to do here is you're going to have to feel for that stitch, okay? And it's right here. With your fingers, you will be able to feel that stitch. So just go ahead and do a slip stitch to close. Okay, now how do we end with this fun fur? Okay, just go ahead and remember I said sharp scissors. If you don't have sharp scissors, stop, go get a pair. It will not work unless you've got sharp scissors, trust me. Okay, so just cut it. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and you're going to pull that tail through to knot it. Okay, now this stuff, it's not going anywhere. It is so stuck to the fibers of each other, so all you have to do is just trim it. Give it a trim. See, these scissors are really sharp. I didn't even touch it. I just trimmed it. Okay. All right. There we go. We've got our wrist. Some people call them wristlets, I guess. I don't know. Fingerless glove. Now all you have to do is sew the buttons on it. Okay, so I've got this one. Yeah, no, that's right. Just sew the buttons on right there, just as you would here. See, I'll put this pair on so you can see it. There you go. See, wasn't that fun and easy? And I think these are really cute. I really like them a lot, and I think, like I said, you can text with these, which is really kind of cool, and with the fur, it does give you that extra warmth on your fingertips, even though they are exposed. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this crochet video on how to crochet a pair of fingerless gloves. And if you want more information about, if you want the pattern, if you want the written pattern where you need to print it out, you can go to our website, crochetpatternsforbeginners.com, and the pattern will be right there in the link below. Happy crocheting!